Well, we've had a good camp to date. Unfortunately, after 4 or 5 days, the players, have sprained ankles and, hamstrings, things like that tighten up a little bit. So that's pretty typical of training camp. But there's been a big emphasis, on the defensive end in camp. And I think if we could stay healthy through camp and remain, on track as a team, I think we would consider ourselves of having a good camp.
Good deal. Evaluate this team, if you can, for us right now.
Well, it's a little early, to evaluate them. Certainly, adding Derek Fisher is going to give us a big boost. Not so much in production on the floor, although I think he'll do that, but his leadership, and character on and off the court in the locker room is going to be a big plus for us. Last year, we didn't really have that, so. We've drafted a rookie that we're very pleased with in Javaris Crittenton. But, once again, he's a young player. Chris Mim will be back. He did not play at all last year, even though he was a part of the team. So the team is different, but a lot of the faces will be familiar to our fans.
How do you measure a good kid? What's the barometer?
Is there one?
Well, a good camp, is a camp that you feel is structured and well run. Certainly, you don't want injuries. A camp can be ruined, with a key injury or two. So the key is to have a good camp in terms of structure. Focus from our coaches and players, conditioning, because it is about getting ready for the regular season, and then once again stay healthy.
How do you like having training camp in Hawaii? Do you like it? What are the pros and cons of it?
Well, I think the good thing is that our fans. We like to consider Honolulu and Hawaii an extension of our fan base. So we are very welcomed here in Hawaii, and that's a comfortable feeling. But that's the key, is that these people, we think they're our fans. Logistically, it's tough to move a camp. You have to use different weight rooms, training rooms, training tables. So we'd prefer to be in our facility back in El Segundo in terms of having a camp that, is in a familiar atmosphere. But once we're here, it seems to run well.
Thanks, Mitch.
One last question. How do the new players look, the rookies, the players that are trying to make a spot on the team? How are they?
Well, Ronnie Lester, who's the assistant general manager, and I were just talking about 15 minutes ago, and all the players that are here deserve to be here. Every now and then you get a player that kind of sticks out, and he doesn't belong here, and you look to make an early cut. But that's not the case. We have 18 players, and all the players, deserve to be here. Certainly, we play close attention. Certainly, we pay close attention to our draft choice, Javaris, and then we signed Kobe Carl during the summer. So you watch those guys a little bit closer. But the other three players, Andrea Patterson, Elton Brown, and Larry Turner, have all done well.